are down on the farm in Palo Alto, California, home to the Stanford Cardinal, where legends like Elway, Luck, Sherman, and McCaffrey first built their legacies. Let's see what the Cardinal today can provide. And this is a special date on the college football calendar. Number 1 versus number 2 here late in the season. This, folks, is a potential national championship game preview, as we'll see the number 1 team in the country, LSU Tigers, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Stanford Cardinal. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and he'll start at the 25. Set up. It's a first down play. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Okay, ready? Second down play coming up for this offense. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Looking to pass here on second down. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage. Stanford comes to the line quickly here. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Looks to his left and makes the completion. Tackled at the 44, but good enough for a first down.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big 3rd down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. Now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
And the back gets the football. He's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49. Offense getting set. It's second down. Ball handed off. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
So the ball placed right at the 50. Offense looking to pick up the first down here on 3rd and short. They're going to run it. Back gets the carry. And moves the ball to the 35 and another first down. This Stanford offense is moving quickly down the field.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get them to 3rd down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
Trying to create outside the pocket now. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Mobility can be a blessing or a curse for some quarterbacks. Sometimes they feel that they can make a play on every single opportunity because they have such speed. Instead of just getting down or throwing it away, they try to force the issue. This one almost backfires on him as he tried to squeeze that throw in. He's lucky he didn't throw an interception.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the catch. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound. Right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
This is the 8th play of the opening drive, but now it's 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Hey, these guys have been giving up some plays. I mean, this offense looks pretty good. They're moving the ball, but they get him to 3rd down. They get pressure on the quarterback. Quarterback panics, puts that ball into coverage, and this defense comes up with that big interception.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Offense will keep it on the ground here. And they'll start with a run that goes nowhere, battling this defense and the crowd noise.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense getting set, 2nd down play here. And here's the handoff. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's an out route. The catch made. They make the 1st down, brought down to the 31. They bring him down, but wow, the freshman showing off the arm strength. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quick throw, that's an RPO caught on the left side. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Scrambling around now, looking downfield. Now it's 3rd and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Incomplete for a 3rd straight play.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
And the coach elects to send out the field goal unit. And that is no good. And with that miss, the score will stay right where it is.
Oh, off the upright there. Boy, he hit it clean. It was end over end. I thought it had a real chance. The ball just kind of kept moving on him, and then doink, right off the upright.
And the Stanford offense back out there on the field now. And now the handoff. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain. Stanford comes to the line quickly here. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Looking right, this one caught. Breaks the tackle, gets into the clear. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. They'll change the pre-snap look now. They're going to run it here. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball to 44. 1st down and 10. Keeping it on the ground here. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They come to the line, a long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Launching it. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. See what that's about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. And after 1, we're tied 0-0.
First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this 3rd down. Now someone moved this a bit too early. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Challenging spot for the offense. It's 3rd down and long from the 45. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Catch made down inside the 15. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Cardinal. And they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0 open score. There's a kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. The last drive was a little demoralizing. They stalled and then missed a field goal. And the game moves the ball to the 20-yard line.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a 1st down.
Boy, huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
Pass complete for a 1st down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. The sure hands. It's Watkins. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, it's a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and to talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. But, Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous, they get consistent play from the quarterback. Doesn't have to be Burrow, but just a guy that can be efficient, be a good leader, and complement the running game. And right now you're starting to see that from this team. Good completion. Now, can you do it consistently? Because if you can, with the athletes they have around that position, they become a real threat.
Important second down play coming up. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. This time a completion.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
Here comes an important third down play. The coach does not want to send the field goal kicker out there after what happened last time. They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
So after missing the earlier field goal attempt, they're going to go for it on fourth down. There's a design quarterback keeper. Good enough for first down yardage.
Boy, that is some determination by this offense here. Picking up a new set of downs on the run. The call works out perfectly. You just needed 2 yards. You pick it up. And now you've got another chance at points.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Trying to find some room. It's Johnson. Second down after that run on the previous play. And the same runner's got it again. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Can he make it to the marker? Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Hey, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
Needs a completion here on fourth down. Complete to the running back, but can he get there? He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this fourth down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
And the Stanford offense is back out on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? That run moves the ball to the 16. Stanford comes to the line quickly here. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Try and muscle for the first down. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Bengals offense is back out on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Now begin with a quick throw to the left. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. And he's past the 45. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. They can't slow him down. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, LSU.
Boy, how exciting has this first half been? We get a touchdown here. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. A lot of great action here.
And now the try here for the extra point. And it's good.
Kick is good. That ties the game.
Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Number 32 set to kick this one away.
And here's the fair catch by the return man. This group was coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Buying time now, rolling to his left. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
First down here for this offense. He hands it to the back. Finds room at the 30. Tackle made after a big gain. Stanford comes to the line quickly here. And the wideout goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And that run produces a decent gain.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. Refusing to be brought down before gaining first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
He'll try to run it in on first and goal. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Stanford.
As a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried score this touchdown.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Looks to the left, and it's complete. A huge hit by the linebacker. A collision of big bodies there. Second down, looking to throw it. He's going to pull it down and run. Breaks loose at the 45. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half.
Timeout, LSU.
This will likely be the last play of the half. Looking for some space. It's Johnson. Ball carrier finding open space. And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Stanford will kick it off to get the second half going. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Off the play fake on first down. Short throw complete to the tight end. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
That completion sets up a second down play. And there's the handoff. Stop right there at the line. No gain.
Well, that's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Parker. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And the tailback's got it again. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Okay, it's third down after that run. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, they go to the air to try to pick up this first down, but it just wasn't meant to be. Defense was ready, made sure to force them into this fourth down situation.
They will go for it again here on fourth down. They are 1 for 2 so far today. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Finds his man, has the first down. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
This crowd is trying to make a difference in this football game and cheering on their defense, and that play right there will make everybody take a seat. What a great job of converting here.
And looking to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Let's it fly to the wideout. He pulls it in for a big gain. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Here comes a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
He can't reach the goal line. They tackle him inside the 5. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Oh, that's exactly what I love to see. That's how you tackle. That is textbook from this corner. He flew in, made the tackle in space, and keeps him not only out of the end zone, but a short loss there.
And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Nice job by this defense on that second down, so we now have third down and goal. The offense could be thinking about 4-down situation. They need to put the ball into the end zone. They don't want to settle for a field goal here.
And the offense facing a third and goal from a long way away. Oh, it's snapped to the back. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Well, when you have a big physical offensive line, you can wait to third and goal and rely on them and the running back to get you a touchdown.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the third period. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. This one will be fair caught. And the Stanford offense is back out there on the field. A beautiful, balanced drive reached the end zone last time. Can they keep it going here? Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. There's contact on the throw. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Incompletion makes it second down. They'll hand it off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Stanford comes to the line quickly here. Drop drops back, needing a third down completion here. Grab down the middle. It's Harris. They've got him, but not before he makes a first down at the 41.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Stanford getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. He's running out of time here. And the junior gets home, making a sack there.
Well, this sack is on the quarterback, in my opinion. Anytime you call a screen, you've got to be aware that that pass rush is coming in. Bait them towards you and go over top. This time, he's unaware of how quickly they're going to come in.
2nd down now after the sack. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
The offense goes 5 wide, empty backfield. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Now the offense faces 3rd and long from the 30. Can they convert and get a drive going? And he'll set up to throw. Launching downfield. It's caught downfield. Rips off a big gain. Finally tackled at the 46.
Boy, this is every defense's worst nightmare. They have everything covered downfield. The quarterback just has given up on the play, checks it down to the back. And instead of rallying to the football to keep him short of the first down, he is so elusive, he picks up first down yards.
The Stanford offense is moving quickly down the field. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Play action here on first down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Intercepted in the end zone. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. He'll throw it now. Makes the grab. It's Watkins. Tackle is made. It's a short gain, well short of the marker.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
The completion makes it 2nd down. Gonna run it. It's Johnson. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. It's a quick grab. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
To the back. Pickup of 13.
And now from the pistol formation. And the single back takes the handoff. And the tackle is made on what's going to be the final play of this period. offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Play action fake, looking to throw. Looking to scramble. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. On the move, trying to scramble for the first down, comes up short.
That's how you get after the quarterback. This is a great play by the defense of being able to affect the timing between the quarterback and the receiver. And, man, how about the hit at the end of the play? Man, he laid the hit stick on him there.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough 4th down decision? Looks like LSU has the first down.
Chris, how about that by the... Got behind his pads and that big offensive line, able to pick up that first down. He just kept pushing through that line until he got to the mark.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Here's the handoff. He shreds the tackle. Tackle, but first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Takes the toss, testing the right side here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, setting the edge, a lot of times you'll rely on that offensive tackle to do the job at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes it's a tight end or maybe the H-back. But someone has got to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to go. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner and make a big play.
They look to throw it here on second down. Snags the quick throw. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
And the long march continues. Offense pushing the ball down the field. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Makes a quick catch.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
They finally corral him at the 1. They've got a 1st and goal. The offense a great chance to break the tie here late in the game. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. And the running play gets stuffed. They're going to mark him right at the 1.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Touchdown, Tigers. They jump in front here in the 4th.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Ncaa is up and good. We lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away.
Stanford 14.
And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Stanford offense back out there in the field now. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
You know, all week the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback, he told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's first and 10. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the +40.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up